It is expected that 90% of all jobs are at risk of being in some way taken over by AI in the next 10 to 20 years. However scary, this may be seen as pretty normal and beneficial to the cultural grounds we sit on in the near future. We must be prepared for a new wave of life where instead of the expectation of working 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, looking forward to the next weekend or that 2-week vacation at the end of every year, that culture will shift, completely disappear with a new wave of workers. It sounds insane. There's absolutely no way we can expect some sort of artificial intelligence to take over pretty much everything we've been working for in our lives. Our schooling, promotions, our savings, just so we can have a better life in the last few years of our life. Right? In some ways, this phenomenon has already occurred. We went from a generation who viewed the idea of flying machines as an act of science fiction to a generation who would use this invention as the carrier of the weapon that completely warped our perceptions of man as we know it. Oppenheimer, the man who gave us the power to destroy ourselves and the world through his creation of the atomic bomb, completely shifted the world and how we treat future wars. Every day since, we have been walking on eggshells, as the detonation of one of these bombs means the almost certain outcome of extinction of humanity. We were not ready, and we are not ready for what's coming for us now. And as humans, we never will be prepared for the snake that is inside the box. People laughed at the idea of horseless carriages and flying machines. What if we tell you those horseless carriages now automatically drive themselves, can switch lanes, abide by traffic rules, and prevent accidents far more effectively than any human could, reaching speeds that are incomprehensible to you as a Victorian child? I'm sorry, you can't even fathom the fact we now have air conditioning. What if I tell you those flying machines now carry hundreds of people at a time, some going faster than the speed of sound across the Atlantic Ocean? It is incomprehensible what we as humans are able to achieve, but yet we are so easy to forget the dramatic changes bestowed upon us. Thus, we keep making the same fundamental mistakes. And with it, we repeat the mistakes made by our ancestors over and over again. We are too curious for our own good in many ways to reap the benefits gained from our discoveries. Yet we never learn that maybe one day we won't be so lucky. With the transformation of every industry via the implementation of AI, no one is safe. But in return, we no longer have the need to go to school for 12 years, get a full-time job, work 9 to 5 every day, in the hopes that at the tender age of 65, we finally reap the benefits of life. We are no longer constrained to work, to money. Our future is now. With this shift that we are in no way ready for, governments will try to cope to relieve some of the tension caused by this rapid change. Eventually, their new plan to save us from this massive snake that is AI will be through the implementation of universal basic income, acting as a means to cope with the unprepared shift in our society and culture. We are not ready, and as humans, we are slow. It is in our evolutionary background to struggle with adaptation, to change. We see the world in black and white, and with this, we struggle with perspective. No matter how open you are, it is in our biological background to think of ourselves as always right. It is how we've survived all these years. But with our ego, mixed with strong curiosity, comes a fate we are not ready for. Thus, this massive boulder hurtling to us that is AI will only be fully reacted to, fully embraced in the last moments of that massive curve in our culture, when that shift from jobs to jobless is set in stone, when younger generations have adapted to this change while older generations like ourselves get stuck in the mud. Not only jobs, but the idea of money will be affected. The very structure of our economy will be heavily impacted. Markets will shift. Trading will be AI-based, yet in the knowledge of what seems to be the decline of humans, as it is with the shift for AI, so much positivity comes with it in our daily lives. Humans will have more free time to enjoy the benefits of what money used to give us 2 days a week, now being almost all days of our lives. We are more efficient, we spend our time more effectively, we do stuff we enjoy, without as much dependence on the idea of money, of work, of time management. Money becomes freer. With Bitcoin on the rise, we can expect that currencies will be more universal as we depend on Bitcoins rather than singular economic currencies among countries. Scary it may seem, living in a world without jobs, without money, seeming as though we have no more use in the world. What are we meant to be doing with our lives? In turn, we have freedom. We get to choose and what we please. We do not struggle over money. We can attend workshops, learn new hobbies, play the upcoming GTA 7, involve ourselves more with the community, helps others, communicate with one another, spend times learning something new. All that time we spent doing the same repetitive work every day with the goal of having a better life 20, 30, 50, 60 years from now no longer exists. This is you. This is the life you have now. And enjoy it now. This video was made with AI. Let's embrace what we do not understand in the pursuit of truth. While AI may seem scary for many of us living right now, there are plenty of things we can do in preparation for this rapid shift in our way of life. Do your own research on AI. Try and stay informed. Research the fields you can expect AI to be most prevalent in your walk of life. With greater understanding of the weapon we are developing, hopefully we will be able to come together and reap positivity for a better future. This has been Philosophy. Thanks for watching.